Far as the atheistic are concerned, it is not necessary for the Supreme Lord to appear as he is to destroy them, as he did with the demons Ravana and Kamsa. The Lord has many agents who are quite competent to vanquish demons. But the Lord especially descends to appease his unalloyed devotees, who are always harassed by the demoniac. The demon harasses the devotee, even though the latter may happen to be his skin. Although Prahlad Maharaj was the son of Hiranyakashipu, he was nonetheless persecuted by his father. Although Devaki, the mother of Krishna, was the sister of Kamsa, she and her husband Vasudeva were persecuted only because Krishna was to be born of them. So Lord Krishna appeared primarily to deliver Devaki rather than kill Kamsa, but both were performed simultaneously. Therefore, it is said here that to deliver the devotee and vanquish the demon miscreants, the Lord appears in the different incarnations. The Chaitanya Charitamrita of Krishnadas Kaviraj, the following verse summarize these principles. सृष्टि हेतु ये मूर्ति प्रपंचे अवतारे से ईश्वर मूर्ति अवतार नाम धरे मायातीत परव्योमे सबार अवस्थान विश्वे अवतरी धरे अवतार नाम. The avatar or incarnation of Godhead descends from the kingdom of God for material manifestation. And the particular form of the personality of Godhead, whoso descends, is called an incarnation or avatara. Such incarnations are situated in the spiritual world, the kingdom of God. When they descend to the material creation, they assume the name avatara. There are various kinds of avatars, such as Purusha avatars, Guna avatars, Leela avatars, Shaktiavesh avatars, Manvantara avatars, and Yuga avatars, all appearing on schedule all over the universe. But Lord Krishna is the primeval Lord, the fountainhead of all avatars. Lord Shri Krishna descends for the specific purpose of mitigating the anxieties of the pure devotees, who are very anxious to see him in his original Vrindavan pastimes. Therefore, the prime purpose of the Krishna avatar is to satisfy his unalloyed devotees. The Lord says that he incarnates himself in every millennium. This indicates that he incarnates also in the age of Kali. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, the incarnation in the age of Kali is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who spread the worship of Krishna by the Sankirtan movement and spread Krishna consciousness throughout the India. He predicted that this culture of Sankirtana would be broadcast all over the world, from town to town and village to village. Lord Chaitanya, as the incarnation of Krishna, the personality of Godhead, is described secretly but not directly in the confidential parts of the revealed scriptures, such as the Upanishads, Mahabharata, and Bhagavatam. The devotees of the Lord are very much attracted by the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya. This avatar of the Lord does not kill the miscreants, but delivers them by his causeless mercy. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्य श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् ललिता विशाखान्वितांश्च. हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु बन्धु जगत्पते उपेशा गोपिका कान्त नमस्तुते. काञ्चन गौराङ्गी वृन्दावनेश्वरी शवानुसुते देवी अमी हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. So next Sunday is Ram Navami. So they asked me to speak on Sri Ram Katha. Uh, Srila Prabhupada said there are two personalities, who are most criticized. Right? One is Ramchandra, another is Krishna, because they appeared like human beings. So Krishna says in 9th chapter Bhagavad Gita, Avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashritam. You know, nobody will dare to criticize Lord Nishingadev, right? Lord Varahadev, right? But, so this is the great mercy of the Lord. They come like us, but people who are very foolish, they mistake him as an ordinary man, right? Uh, Lord Ramchandra, actually, mm, Brahmaji, till what time? Huh? 12:30. So, you know, Brahmaji gave a benediction to Valmiki Muni. Right? Uh, he narrated some pastime. Then he said that Narad Muni will come. You know, then you ask from him. Then Valmiki Muni, he was waiting, and Narad Muni came. Narad Muni, uh, he asked, right now. Yeah. So he narrated some 16 qualities, Satyavan, Dharmascha, like that. One who is possessing these 16 qualities, is anybody living here in this world? When Narad Muni heard that question, then immediately he became ecstatic, thinking in the one personality who is present, who is having all these qualities. Then Narad Muni indicated that Lord Ramchandra, he is having all these qualities. Then, out of great ecstasy, uh, Narad Muni described 32 qualities of Ramchandra. Right? If you read Bhagavatam, first canto, um, Bhudevi describes 50 qualities of Sri Krishna. Right? Acharyas, they say, if you have understood Ramayana, if you understood Ramayana, then you should be able to figure out where all Lord Ramchandra exhibited these 32 qualities. That means you have understood Ramayana. If you have read Bhagavatam, if you can figure out where Krishna exhibited these 50 qualities narrated by Bhudevi, first canto Bhagavatam, then you have understood Bhagavatam. Right? So, whereas, of course, for Krishna, um, our Rupa Goswami figured out the 64 qualities, Bhakti Rasamsa, where all Krishna exhibited so and so quality in such a pastime, like that. So that is the way of understanding deep study. Prabhupada, that's why Prabhupada asked, "Are you studying my books?" One disciple, he asked one disciple. Yes, Prabhupada, every day I am reading. Prabhupada, no, I am asking whether are you studying. So you must study Prabhupada books, scrutinizingly, understand. Anyway, uh, it is said then he Valmiki Muni, when Lord Ramchandra, after he comes back, and then Sitaji living with Valmiki Muni, and then twins are born. At that time, Valmiki Muni wrote Ramayana. Maybe around when Ramchandra is around 50 or 60 years old, right? 24th year he went to forest. 14 years, 48, and then around after 1 or 2 years she has to go to forest again. So like that. So Brahmaji gave a benediction to Valmiki Muni. If you read Valmiki Ramayana, Valmiki Muni, he is actually writing what one is thinking also in his heart. Right? What one is speaking. Srimad Bhagavatam also, Narad Muni ordered Vyasadeva, Atha Mahabhaga, Bhavan Amogadruk, Shuchishava Satyarato Dritavrata, Gurukramasya Akilabandha Muktaye, Samadhin Anusmara Tad Vichestita. You go into Samadhi and meditate on Krishna's pastimes. Then Krishna's pastimes will be manifest in your heart. Then you write. That's why Bhagavatam is called Samadhi Bhasha. Like that. In the same way, Valmiki Muni, he got a benediction that he would meditate, and then all the pastimes that happened before, and what all characters spoke, what were they thinking at that time, what is going on, everything it manifests in his heart. Then he wrote what are pastimes are going to happen also, everything. Just like Vyasdev also, they are not, this fellow, what's his name? Chetan Bhagat, huh? Huh? All these people, they write and then they speculate and then think, and they imagine something. These are all bogus. Prabhupada said, "What is the waste?" People are, in our younger days, we used to have that fashion. Uh, Anybody read Ayan Rand? Have you read? Have you heard? Ayan Rand. He's very. I think she is very famous. Fountainhead. Somebody is carrying book in his hand. Fountainhead. Or I am read ka kitab padhta hai. And that lady, it's herself, very, like, philosophical and like hi-fi, intellectual book. She herself committed suicide. So क्या फायदा, ऐसे लोगों का किताब पढ़ के, right? So that is so Ramayan is, written like that. He's not an ordinary personality. He performed tapasya for 60,000 years. Valmiki Muni chanted Rama's name. He had darshan of the Lord. Yeah, all these things. So it's not. Then Brahmaji gave a benediction to Valmiki Muni, because on his order he compiled this book Ramayana. It is called Adi Kavyam. Adi Kavyam. This book is written not in this Treta Yuga, 24th Treta Yuga, 24th cycle, Divya Yuga. All of you know Divya Yuga cycle, 24th. This is 28th Divya Yuga is going on. Krishna comes in 28th Divya Yuga. Lord Ramchandra came in 24th Divya Yuga. At that time in Treta Yuga, this Ramayana is compiled. That's why this is called Adi Kavyam. Till the time this Bhumi Akash, this earth and sky exist, till the time these nadis exist, means rivers, till the time these mountains exist, till that time your Ramayana will be read. So there are so many rascals and demons who criticize Ramayana and who oppose Ramayana, but who cares? Lakhs of thousands of people come even now, right, and to hear Ram Katha, right? In our younger days, when Ramayana was being telecast on TV, yeah, so there was I think in 1982, Asian Games took place in New Delhi. That time, Rajiv Gandhi brought 84, I think, 84 Asian Games took place. That time, Rajiv Gandhi brought color TV. I think you all must not have born, right? Color TV. My father purchased. Before that, we used to have some black and white TV. Only दूरदर्शन टीवी, दूरदर्शन प्रचार होता था बस. Ta- 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 ta. You know? Friday means Chitrahar, songs. Songs. Sunday means movie. But I still remember 1985 World Series Cup, took place. World Series Cup took place in Australia. 1983 India won World Cup. Then it revolutionized the cricket. And then 1985 again they went to Australia. There was a mini World Cup, and then India won. So we used to wake up. That time day and night games were not there. Color clothing also was not there. So that time, in order to watch matches in Australia, we used to wake up early in the morning, 5 o'clock. Mangalarti. So color TV. Then after that, Ramayana was telecast. People used to. There was nobody used to be on the road. Whole India is vacant. Then if somebody doesn't have a TV, then they would go to neighbor's house, and the neighbors also don't object. How come? And then they would supply, tea, coffee, tiffin, like that. So that is Ramayana. And then later on, Mahabharata also was spread. Very inspiring stories. Uh, Once Hanumanji wrote Ramayana, then he gave it to Lord Ramchandra when he was in Ayodhya. So Hanumanji asked Ramchandra to review this Ramayana. So Lord Ramchandra read it, and then when Hanumanji came next day, what is your opinion? Ramchandra said, "Come tomorrow, I will let you know." Like that, many days. Ramchandra did not say anything. He didn't give any report, comment. Then Hanuman became very disappointed. Then he said, "Oh, I think it looks like my Lord did not like it. Did not like it." Then, so Hanuman went and told Ramchandra that I think my dear Lord, you didn't like my Ramayana. So it's okay. Please give it back. Ramchandra said, "No, it's not that I didn't like, but it was so good. It was so good. If you publish this book, nobody would read Valmiki Ramayana." But Brahmaji gave him a benediction. So that's why I have. Okay, is it so? Then Hanumanji took that book and threw it in the ocean. Uh, like anyway, so this is Ramayana for you. Sitaya Charitam. You know, Paulastyavada. Actually, that is the original name. If you read Bhagavatam or Mahabharata, you don't see big role for Rukmini Devi. She didn't play any central role, right? Huh? She didn't play any central role. Oh, yes. Only side heroine. Kabhi kabhi aati hai. The story did not revolve around her. But Ramayana is Sitaya's Charitam. It's the story of Sita Devi. It completely revolves around her. But later on, it was changed into Ramayana. Otherwise, originally, Sitaya's Charitam, Polastyavadha. Like that. In Ramayana, it contains 24,000 verses. 24,000 verses. And Gayatri Mantra also contains 24 and half syllables. Every 1,000 verses, the first verse starts with one of the syllables that are contained in Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhurgova Swaha Tasavadra. Right? So, uh, Ramayana speaks of the meaning of Gayatri Mantra. Right? And Vishwamitra Muni, he is Gayatri Mantra Drashta. You know, Rishi means, what is the meaning of a Rishi? Rishi means Mantra Drashta. They perform past, great tapasya. They chant mantras. You know, how many of you have seen the Adhisthana Devata of Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Every mantra has Adhisthana Devata, right? Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Adhisthana Devata, Radha and Krishna. How many of you seen? None. I also did not see, right? So that's why I cannot be known as mantra drashta. But somebody who perfected, Prabhupada says, one who is an ecstatic chanter, he can accept disciples like that. Prabhupada writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita. One who has understood that there is no difference between Krishna's holy name and Krishna, he can actually ecstatically chant. Who can understand that there is no difference between Krishna and his holy name? One who is liberated, one who is, Prabhupada writes, one who is free from material contamination, understands that there is no difference between Krishna and his holy name. So we understand only theoretically, but actually that is the first level of chanting Hare Krishna mantra. You must understand that Nama Name Ved nahi hai. There is no difference between Rama Nam and Namni. So the Vishwamitra Muni, uh, he is a Gayatri Mantra Drashta. He was performing yajnas, Vishwashanti Yajna, you in a Siddhashram, right? Then who is Lord? Who is Lord Ramchandra? Lord Ramchandra, he was born out of yajna. When Dashad Maharaj, he didn't have children, then through uh, Rishishanga Muni, with the help of Vasishtha Muni, they performed Putrakameshti Yajna. Out of Yajna, one Kalash was produced, and then out of that, these four potencies were there in that Kalash. Then out of that, Ram, Lakshman, Bharata, Shatrugna, they were born. When Janak Maharaj, he was plowing the land in order to perform Yajna, Sita ji was found. She is actually Ayonija. It's very pure birth. She didn't come out of the womb of a material mother, right? So Vishwamitra Muni, who is the Gayatri Mantra Drashta, he was performing yajna to kill, to bring Vishwashanti and to kill Ravanasur, who is enemies of Devatas, who is an enemy of Devata, and then who are actually benefited by yajnas, Devatas. So, आपको समझ में आ रहा है सर? I'll explain it to you. Vishwamitra Muni is Gayatri Mantra Drashta, which is used for performing Yajna, Gayatri Mantra. Lord Ramchandra, he was born out of Yajna. Sita ji was born while in order to perform Yajna, plowing the land. Vishwamitra Muni, one who is born from out of Yajna, one who is born out of or performing Yajna, one who is in charge of all performing Gayatri Mantra, Yajnas. Siddhashram, they came to perform Yajna, Vishwashanti Yajna, to kill Ravanasur, who is an enemy of Devatas. Devatas who are the one who get benefit by performing Yajna. So it all shows, right, that studying then the story of Ramchandra, Sita ji, and Vishwamitra Muni, Ravanasur and Devatas, is completely Yajnamaya. That is why the sages have given benediction that anybody who studies Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana, not Ramcharitmanas, Valmiki Ramayana, reciting Sanskrit shlokas, he gets the benefit of performing all yajnas. All yajnas. Sorry, man. So everybody got it? Huh? Why I said all this? Huh? So when you read those who are not Brahmin initiated, if they study regularly study Ramayana, they get the benefit of chanting Gayatri Mantra. Gayatri Mantra can be chanted only by after getting purified and getting initiated. समझ में आ रहा है आपको क्या आ रहा है समझ में आ रहा है This is Ramayana. So in Ramayana, uh, there are two words. I'll ask the difference. Is Ramchandra Purushottam or Uttama Purusha? Huh? Is Lord Ramchandra Purushottam or Uttama Purusha? Huh? Purushottama. Oh, Lord Ramchandra is Purushottama. Yes. Raise your hands. Lord Ramchandra is Uttama Purusha. Only one. Very bad. Actually, there is a secret. Lord Ramchandra, many scholars and Vidwans, they ask, where it is written in Ramayana that Lord Rama is God? Tell me, you raised your hand. Hmm. Where it is written that Ramchandra is God in Ramayana? Huh? Raised your hand, na? Many scholars, all scholastic people, they ask, where it is written now in Ramayana, God, Ramchandra is God. Nowhere it is written. Ramayana. You know that? Huh? Yeah. If it is so, then he would not be able to kill Ravanasur. You know why? So I will tell that when you anybody asks next time, you should tell he is both. He is both. First is Uttam Purusha, later on Purushottama. I will prove. I will prove. So Ravanasur, Kumbhakarna, Vibhishan, and Surpanaka. They all of them they performed austerity and penance. Right? Then Brahmaji came. Then both Hiranyakashipu, all these demons, when they do tapasya, they ask only one thing: Ajaratvam, Amaratvam. Right? We don't like to become old, right? That is why so many beauty parlors. They have, anti-aging schemes, creams, They are very expensive. Other day in the airport, I was doing, window shopping. Like airports nowadays, so expensive stuff, So whenever I walk into one shop, all these big shops, Gucci and whatever, once, I was in the airport waiting for the airplane, and then I went and saw there was a watch shop. I liked it so much. Then I asked, कितना है? अरे 1.5 लाख. मैं तो बेहोश हो गया. 1.5 लाख क्या है? मैंने बोला तो 4,500 का है. सेम टाइम दिखता है. So nowadays whenever in the malls and all, when you go to all these big shops, एक आवाज सुनाई पड़ती है मेरे को, गरीब गरीब गरीब. you know like that. Are the desires are wrong? What Hiranyakashipu and Ravanasur they asked? Ajaratvam and Amaratvam. Ajaratvam means becoming free from old age. Amaratva means becoming free from death. Are they wrong? Huh? Huh? No, we are also want that only, na? Ajaratva and Amaratva, right? Otherwise, nobody wants to become old. In Maharaj Yati story, no, Dharmaraj, elder son, he says, I think one of the sons, he says that I don't like to become old, because they had to exchange offer. Take the youth of, son, and then give the take the and then exchange the old age, his old age, because Shukracharya cursed. Uh, you know. And then he said, old people, young girls, they don't like old men, right? Like that. Then women also, they don't like to become old. Once, one lady, one person, he went to doctor. उसका मुंह टूट गया दांत वगैरह तोड़ दिया किसी ने. So the doctor asked, what happened, how your teeth broke, I said, see, I was waiting at home, my wife was not there, waiting, she came very late. I asked only one question, I asked this question, I asked her, where did you go, why you are so late? She said, I went to beauty parlor. मैं इतना ही बोला था कि is it closed? समझ में आया? ट्यूबलाइट, बस मेरा मुंह तोड़ दिया उन्होंने. समझ में आया? क्या क्या समझ में आया? नो चेंज. समझ में आया? नो चेंज. Like that. So Brahmaji said, it's not possible for you. I myself, not free. Then he asked a benediction that Devatas cannot kill me, Gandharvas cannot kill me, Vidyadharas cannot kill me, Charanas cannot kill me, other animals cannot kill me, Rakshasas cannot kill me, Daityas cannot kill me. Like that, he made a big list. Brahmaji said, Tadasu Tadas. Then he left two people. He left two people. One was Manushya, and then Vanara. And then, he's a Triloka Vijayi, a very powerful man he became. He said, these Manushas, Naras, what they can do. They are short lived, हम क्या कर लेंगे इसलिए वो उसको मने then he thought, nobody can, no man can kill me, no man can kill me. That's why he didn't ask to to be free from death from Manushas. So that is why it is a fact that no ordinary man can kill Ravanasur. Only Krishna can kill him. Only the Lord Narayana can kill him. But if he comes as Lord Narayana, he cannot kill him. Right? He cannot kill him because he got a benediction from Devatas and he is Param Devata. That is why he had to come as a human being. But Uttama Purusha, best of the human. Best of the human beings. Nara Roop. There is one very famous bhajankar, bhajani, Chagra Swami. Have you heard? Have you heard his kirtans, bhajans on the YouTube? Chagra Swami. He's a Ram Bhakta. So many bhajans he wrote describing Ramayana. So he wrote one bhajan which says that, my dear Ramchandra, it is not a big thing for you to build a bridge across ocean. It's not a big thing for you to kill Ravanasur. It's not such a big thing for you to kill Kumbhakarna. But I am very surprised. How did you put on this act? Like an ordinary man searching for your wife, asking everybody, where is my Sita? Where is my Sita? How did you act? Because you are Sarvajna and you know everything. You know where is Sita, but you such, let's say, you know, you acted so nicely. Where is Sita? Where is, right? So throughout Ramayana, he had to act like a ordinary human being. Or throughout, he cannot exhibit his supremacy. Sometimes it came out, who is out of the Lord, two lords, who is Satyavadi, Krishna Bhagavan or Ramchandra? Huh? Krishna Bhagavan nahi hai? Lord Ramchandra, became a Satyavadi, obedient to his father, Pidru Vakya Paripalaka. At the age of 24, when he was about to go to forest. But Krishna, he is Satyavak Paripalaka, Matruvak Paripalaka, right from the child birth, because when Krishna was born with four hands, Devaki requested, withdraw your two arms, so that Kamsa will not recognize you. Otherwise, if he sees you, this Adbhut Balaka, who is born with four hands? If you go around with four hands, he will kill you. So withdraw your two hands. So till the time Krishna, till the time Kamsa was killed, he could not exhibit four hands because he gave a word to. So Ramanuja says, Sri Ramanuja, a great saint from South India, he says, uh, sometimes Krishna, because suppose you have some precious diamonds or something, you have hidden it. Sometimes you open the suitcase or locker and then see whether it is uh, is there or not, safe or not. Like that. Sometimes, when Krishna was playing with the Gopas, he would go behind the bush and he would manifest his four hands. Because देखना चाहता था अभी बाकी दो हाथ है कि नहीं बाकी दो हाथ है कि नहीं then some of the Gopas Balakas would see अरे ये तो भूत है भूत so they would go and complain to the Yashoda Mata and all. Today, Krishna हमको डरा रहा था चार 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 हाथ बाद में चार हाथ anyway like that. Um, so it is very big thing, they are supreme personality of Godhead, and then to act like a human being, it's very difficult. There is one pastime uh, when Ramchandra, Lakshman, and Sita, they were going to the forest. They were walking in the forest. They came across Sarmanga Muni's ashram. So Ramchandra told Lakshman and Sita, "You wait here. I will go and check. I'll call you." Then he went. Indra was visiting Sarvanga Muni's ashram. Then his white Airavata elephant, it was standing outside his ashram, Sarvanga Muni's ashram. Ramchandra, when he's then Indra offered Sarvanga Muni, "Please come with me. I will take you to Swargalok." Then Sarvanga Muni said, "No, I don't want to come with you. I'm waiting for somebody." He was waiting for Lord Ramchandra. Then when Indra came out, रामचंद्र भगवान को देख के नजरअंदाज कर दिया था. You know what is नजरअंदाज? Huh? He looked at Rama but acted as if he didn't see Rama. You know why? So Acharyas they comment. He is Devadidev. He is he is Lord of all Devtas. Who is his Lord? Krishna, Ramchandra, Vishnu. Suppose you offer respects to elderly people, somebody senior to you. Then Gudacharis of Ravanasur all over Dandakaranya forest. In case if Indra had offered to respects to Ramchandra, then he would have The Gudacharis would have gone and reported that, see, Indra offered respects to this ordinary human being. There is one guy, Ramchandra. That means he has offered, Indra offered respects to ordinary man. That means he must be God above him, Narayana. So if this was known to become known to Ravanasur, then Ramchandra cannot kill Ravanasur. That is why Indra, knowing this, he did not offer any, right? In Yuddha Kanda, Indrajit arrested Rama and Lakshman with his Nagpasha. They were almost like Achetan, and those snakes, it is Digbandhan, it's Mantra Bandhan. It's not ordinary, rope and they take a scissor and cut it. It's Mantra Bandhan, Mantra Pasha. He cannot, so nobody can, untie it. Then Ravanasur and Indrajit and all, they are celebrating. Nobody can be released. Nobody can release them. Then Hanumanji and Vibhishan, Chatrai say, they called Garuda. They called Garuda. And as soon as Garuda came, all these Nagas who were bound Ramchandra and Lakshman, they ran away. Because the natural enemy of snakes is Garuda. When Rama and Lakshman, they became conscious. They became conscious. Then Garuda was about to offer obeisances to Lord Ramchandra because Garuda recognized this is my Lord. Right? Garuda is Garuda Vahana, right? So Ramchandra get up, आप कौन है? Who are you? किधर से आया? Ramchandra started asking. Arey, Garuda understood that he didn't want to become recognized as my Lord. Otherwise, if Garuda offers obeisance to this ordinary person, then they would understand he is Vishnu, right? Then he cannot kill. That is why he is. That's why he is. When Brahmaji and all they came and said, oh, you are the Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead. What are you talking? What are you talking? I am, Atmanam Manusham Mani. Dasarad Atmajam. I am an ordinary man, son of Dasharat Maharaj. He was, right? So throughout, then later on in Uttarakhand Ramayana, we understand who is he. Otherwise, but now you tell me, have you read Ramayana? Huh? Have you read Ramayana? Oh, useless. 24,000 verses. There are, I think, 9 editions are there, 9 books. ये छोटा सा किताब में क्या लिखेगा? So many secrets, रामायण secrets. आप लोग मैं बताऊंगा तो आपको ecstasy आ जाएगा. Where, but you just like you cannot, he is the supreme Lord. He cannot hide himself, all the time. There is one essay, one by Srivashnava, um, means synopsis written by one Srivashnava Acharya. Who all knew that Ramchandra is Paramatma? There is one, right? Everybody, like Tara, right? Tara, and then Mandodari, right? Mandodari, and Vibhishan, like that. Some people they knew that he is God, like that. Anyway, I will tell you. But he could not hide, cover himself all the time. I'm okay. Uh, when uh, Ramayana is known as Sharanagati Gadya. What? Sharanagati Gadya. In each kanda, you will see uh, various devotees surrendering to Lord Ramchandra. Surrender. Ramchandra, when when the war is about to start, Vibhishan went and tried to advise Ravanasur. When Ravanasur kicked him out, he came with his ministers, four ministers. So he was, they were in the other side of the ocean, waiting, thinking how to cross the ocean, right? How to cross the ocean. Then Ravanasur came, the Vibhishan came. Then he was actually made to stand in the sky because they can, Kechara, they can fly in the sky. They have mystic words. So Angada and Sugriva and all, they saw them. They said, "Who are all of you? Why did you come here?" And he said, "I am Vibhishan, brother of Ravanasur. I came to surrender to Sri Ramchandra." Then they got a doubt. They got a doubt that how can the brother of Ravanasur at the time of about the war about to start, he would come and join. So then they said they may be spies, Gudacharis, like that. Then Sugriva said, "You wait there until the time we tell you, don't come down, otherwise we'll kill you." So Vibhishan and his ministers, they were waiting in the sky, waiting for the response. And immediately Sugriva and Angada, they came and Ramchandra was sitting there. Then Lakshman was there and Hanuman was there, Angada, and then Sugriva, they came, and then this what's his name? Jambavan is there. All other monkeys, prominent monkeys were there. There was a meeting took place. Ramchandra Bhagavan, he was informed about the arrival of Vibhishan. Right? Then Ramchandra asked, "Should we accept his surrender or not? Should I take him inside our camp or not?" Lakshman said, "Bhaiya, how can at the time, it's such an emergency situation, one brother, younger brother, whatever it is, how can he leave his elder brother at the time of crisis and come join the enemy camp? We cannot trust him." Lakshman said, "No." There is a very iconic dialogue. There is a big discussion on this. What Ramchandra said, right? Ramchandra said, "Every my dear Lakshman, every brother is not like Bharat." He didn't say every brother is not like Lakshman. Yeah. Every brother is not like Bharat. Okay. Then Jambavan and Angada and Sugriva, they all objected. Then Hanumanji spoke very favorably. Initially, he was actually shutting his mouth. When we go to a when we are in presence of great personalities, we should shut our mouth and keep the ears open. When you go to meet some sadhu, you should not exhibit your knowledge. I know this, I know this shloka and that shloka. Right? You should keep your mouth shut and oh, keep the ears open. Right? Keep the ears open. Uh, Ramchandra, when he gave his opinion. Right? Anyway, it's a elaborate pastime, very wonderful pastime. The pastime of Ramayana, the pastime, all pastimes. This is Vibhishan Sharanagati, the best of. Then Ramchandra Bhagavan, he made a declaration. Shakrudoyam prapanno yes tavasmiti yachate abhayam sarvabhuteshu dadamyetat pratham. This is one place Lord Ramchandra came out of his hiding and he said, I am Supreme Personality of Godhead. You know, he says, it is my vow that anybody who comes in front of me, even once, Sakrit, even once, Sakrideva Prapanno, yes, he surrendered to me. To whom you surrender? God only. Prabhupada writes in fourth canto Bhagavatam, Sharanyam Karunarnam. Prabhupada writes, Krishna is the only personality, he is worthy of surrender. You should not surrender to anybody else. Right? All of you don't surrender to your wives. Right? You surrender to Krishna. If you don't surrender to Krishna, then you have to surrender to your wives. Yeah? Be careful. You think that we can control the wives, right? But actually, every husband thinks that I can control my wife, but actually it is not true. Once one person went to crossword, then he asked, "Can you have a book how to control my wife?" Then the crossword wala said, we don't sell fiction." One husband is coming and asking his wife, "My parents are coming; they'll be staying for 1 week. Can you act that you are very afraid of me and you are under my control?" The wife said, "No, it's not possible." अरे अरे वो लोग आ रहे हैं क्या 1 week too much too long. Then when he begged, he said, "Oh, then पैसा लगेगा खर्चा होगा कितना है ना 10,000 5,000 in advance 5,000 बाद में." That is your right control. No control. Nobody can control. Uh, so Krishna is the Ramchandra. He is the only personality to whom we can surrender. If you don't surrender to Rama or Krishna, then you have to surrender to our senses. Maya Devi. You have to surrender to somebody or the other. Right? There is a movie, last 3-4 years back, one movie came, Pushpa. Right? झुकेंगे नहीं झुकेगा नहीं साला राइट अभी बोल रहे हैं अभी पुष्पा 2 केम सो देयर इज वन रील अभी पुष्पा झुक गया क्योंकि उसका शादी हो गया सो आपको माया देवी के सामने हाँ झुकना ही पड़ेगा नहीं तो पहले आप बोल सकते हैं भाई झुकेगा नहीं then there is only one personality to whom we can surrender. That's why Krishna or Rama is known as Sharanyam, worthy of surrender. One disciple told Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I want to completely surrender to you. Prabhupada said, no, don't surrender to me. I may cheat you. Surrender to Krishna. He will never cheat you. Sakridoyam prapannoyas. How many of you know what is surrender? You keep on saying, no, surrender to Krishna, surrender. What is meant by surrender? How do we surrender to Krishna? What is your name? Pretam. Pratham. Vittal. Bolo, Vittal, Vittal. Very simple. Right? Very simple. Surrender. Prabhupada says in first chapter Bhagavad Gita lectures. You go in front of Radha and Krishna. Radha asks you, raise your hands and tell. All of you say, raise your hands. My dear Radha Ras Bihari, from today onwards, I am yours. This is called Sakrudoyam Prapanam. You'll say, huh? Whenever you go, you should say this. From then, Krishna says, I will take charge of that person. So anybody who comes and says, Ramchandra, Prabhupada said this from this verse only. Sakrudoyam Prapanna, Tavasmiti Yachate. I am yours. Tava. Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo. I will give fearlessness from all living entities. Who can give fearlessness to all living entities? Who is in charge of all? Who is in charge of all living entities? There bahar aa gaya. This is my vrata. Dadam yetat. Hey, mera vow. It is my vow that anybody who comes and says that, my dear Krishna, I am yours. My dear Ramchandra, from today onwards, I am yours. Anyway, there is more twist to that. After many years of saying this, one day you should say, Krishna is mine. Huh? Krishna is mine. कृष्ण मेरा है. अभी बोलेंगे हम कृष्ण के हैं, बाद में कृष्ण मेरे. That's where Ramchandra came out. Another time, when very like when Jatayu was killed, then he narrated the entire pastime story, how Ravanasura attacked and how he fought with Ravanasura. He almost saved Sita, and then Ravanasura used his Mayavi powers and hit him, and he fell. Then he was waiting. He was keeping his life airs together, so that when Ramchandra comes and he would report. Then Ramchandra, he cried. He is a friend of Dashrath Maharaj. You know how? Huh? For somebody, Dashrath Maharaj, his own son Ramchandra, Ramchandra did not perform last rites to his own father Dashrath Maharaj, but he performed last rites to Jatayu. There is a secret for that. Do you know, Vittal? Huh? You want to know? Huh? There was once there was a drought in Ayodhya somehow for 12 years, and then they had a very beautiful, fantastic water management system in Ayodhya. Nadimatraka. Uh, they used to collect rainwater and preserve. So for almost 11 and a half years, nobody came to know that there is a drought, there is no rains. Right? So they were, because they managed, there's such beautiful water management system. We have so much rains in Mumbai. They let the water waste. They can collect, rainwater and preserve it. And then the Brahmanas, they came and reported to Dashrath Maharaj, my dear Lord, there is a drought in Ayodhya. Nobody came to know, because now about the water is now coming to and finishing. So we have to do something, otherwise people will die of thirst. What is the reason why there is no rains? He said, Shani Vaka Vakradrushti. Shani is doing Vakradrushti. Oh, how dare he is. So Dashrath Maharaj, you know why? You know what is the original name of Dashrath? It is not his original name. You know that? Huh? Maharaj Nemi. When he was fighting on the request of Devatas, Shambarasur, to fight Shambarasur, Dashrath Maharaj, Kaikeyi drove his chariot in all 10 directions, because he could appear in 10 forms of Shambarasur in all over. That is why Kaikeyi drove the chariot in 10 directions simultaneously. That's why then he killed Shambharasur. Then all the devatas, they started, glorifying by calling him out. Maharaj Dashrath ki jai ho. Maharaj Dashrath ki jai ho. Since then he became Dashrath Maharaj. Otherwise his original name is Nemi. Rajni. Then he attacked. He became very angry. How dare, Can you imagine? सब लोग कंप्लेन करते हैं ना, प्रभु जी शनि दशा चल रहा है, शनि दशा चल रहा है, पूरा ले लेते हैं शनि, शनिश्चर. You know why he's called Shanishchar? It's not Shanishwar. He's Shanishchar. बहुत slowly चलता है शनिश्चर. उसका पैर टूटा हुआ है, शनिश्चर. इसलिए 7.5 ही बोलते हैं, 7.5 years चलता है. Then he he actually uh, he attacked, but Shani, very powerful, graha. He also attacked Dashrath Maharaj, and then he pushed him, and his chariot started falling from the sky. That, that, that. So at that time, Jatayu, he was flying around. Then he's a very huge bird. They can fly across the planets. Such a huge bird. Jatayu and Sampati, two birds. Then he got Jatayu caught Dashrath Maharaj's chariot with his wings, gave support so that he won't fall down. Otherwise, it's a free fall, he will die like that. Then Dashrath Maharaj, Jatayu asked, "Who are you and what is happening?" He said, "Chalo, I'll support you. Come, let us both of us attack Shani." Then Shani asked, "Who are you? Why are you attacking me?" ऐसा है, अरे ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है. Then Dashrath Maharaj thanked Jatayu. Then he said, दशरथ महाराज को ये बुरी आदत है, सबको वर देना, जो चाहिए मांगो, जो चाहिए, right? So he asked Jatayu, "Can you what do you want? You help me so much. Want any benediction? I am king of Kaushal Desh. Prithvi, whole earth is under his control. Want anything you ask." Then Jatayu said, "If you get a son, give him to me. Give him to me." But very conveniently, Dashrath Maharaj said, "Okay, take." No, because he never had any son at that time, and then he was not having any son for a long time. मेरे को तो बेटा है ही नहीं, अभी क्या देने हैं, ठीक है ले लो. But when he actually was born, he was not. He didn't give him. He didn't give him because how is such a precious son like a diamond? How can he give Ram to Jatai? This is the secret why Ramchandra performed last rites, because Dashrath Maharaj promised that I'll give my son. So Jatayu became the son, Ramchandra became son of Jatayu, and he is the one who performed last rites. That's how Ramchandra made the words of Dashrath Maharaj true. His entire pastime of Ramchandra is to establish Dashrath Maharaj's truthfulness. Like that. Anyway, so at that time, Ramchandra, after then he was crying, मेरा दुर्भाग्य इतना खराब है, अग्निदेव मेरा दुर्भाग्य का आग में अग्निदेव भी जल जाएगा, ऐसा बोला. Say, but such a personality, he told after the performing last rites, "You go to a loka from where you will not come back." What? Huh? Who can say that? Huh? Huh? Only Krishna, right? Harim vina na shrutim taranti. Without Hari, right? Nobody can attain liberation and go to Vaikuntha. Only Krishna can tell, okay, go to, right? Lord Shiva and all, they cannot tell, go to Vaikuntha. Right? Harim vina na shrutim taranti. Anyway, so much to tell. So this is how sometimes, then in the Uttarakhand Ramayana, there is a story. Once Ravanasur was on Digvijay Yatra. Everywhere he was going. All planets he defeated, everybody. Indra, Chandra and all, he made them in cooks in his kitchen. इंदिरा और चंद्रा सब्जी काटते थे टोपी पहन के काकड़ी वगैरह कड़वा हो गया तो आके लात मारता था रावणासुर शनि शनि any so many should I tell should I close the lecture huh? Shani once when Ravanasur his wife Mandodari was pregnant pregnant he wanted a son who has no graha dosha means no fault in any grahas all our lives this, everything goes on according to the arrangement of grahas in our kundali and then you cannot change it whether you believe it or not your life will go on according to the movement of the grahas by the time Ravanasur is so powerful Brahma ji is a Brahmin उसका बाप का बाप है कुछ है वो Polysemony is the son of I think Brahma. Polysemony's son was Vishwashrava something like that. And then Vishwashrava's son, so great grandfather and all. Brahmaji used to come and read Panchang for Ravanasur. He's a very big time Brahmana. Ravanasur is a big time Brahman. Vishwashrava is a very great Brahmana. Oh, that is his level. Brahmaji used to come and read Panchanga for him. Ye murta aisa hai, ye murta aisa hai. Then all demigods, all the navagrahas, everybody is under control. Right? When Ravanasur would walk, they should not be a sun, 40 degrees centigrade. 21, 22. Cool. Otherwise, thoda 1 degree ज़्यादा है तो he would go and kick him. Very powerful, Ravanasur. He wanted to build, staircase to heavenly planet. you know, he said, all those who have done good karma, they should go to hell. And all those who have gone to bad karma, they should be sent to heaven. He wanted to change laws of karma. Like that. He was so powerful. He told when the Indrajit was to be born, all if you see, if you read Chaitanya Bhagavat commentary on Mahaprabhu's birth or Krishna's birth commentary by Vishnacharya Thakur, his birth chart was there, Krishna's birth chart. All planets very nicely situated, perfectly situated, no dosha for all Ramchandra, all no dosha. Uh, he said all Navagrahas, you should be perfectly situated when the Indrajit is born so that he cannot be easily killed. Very powerful son will be born. All the devatas are terrified. Already बाप ऐसा है तो बेटा कैसा रहेगा? Oh, something like that. Then When Ravanasur is apramata means little bit neglectful. When he was when the child is being born, you make sure that they requested Shani, thoda vakra drishti bata laga dena. Shani's vakra drishti means very dangerous, right? So when he's born, Shravanasur is very very happy. At that time, he's a little bit neglectful. Then Shani thoda vakradrishti ho gaya kar diya. So when the Indrajit was born, when they were reading the chart, my dear king, everything was perfect, but this Shani ने कुछ गड़बड़ कर दिया, थोड़ा वक्रदृष्टि रख दिया. So Ravanasur became so angry with Shani. He arrested him and put him in the jail. Yeah, put him in the jail. And he actually, when Hanumanji went to Lanka, when he was burning Lanka and searching everywhere, there that time he released Shani. That is where Shani gave a benediction. On Tuesdays, uh, somebody worships you, then I will not trouble them. Huh? Tuesday or Saturday, whatever. Usually Tuesdays we worship, na? Hanuman, or whatever. So one should worship Hanuman to get over the influence of. Now I will say one very interesting pastime and close it. Once Narad Muni, he went to meet Ravanasur. Ravanasur is such a big time Brahmana. It is said that once Lord Shiva missed Gayatri. Brahmaji missed Gayatri. Then we keep missing Gayatri all the time. Traveling, ye wo, so gaya, right? But Ravanasur never missed chanting Gayatri mantra. Never missed. Right? But when Ranad Muni, when he visited Ravanasur requested Narad Muni, "Aap Devarshi hai. Please, can you explain what is the meaning of Gayatri mantra?" Right? Gayatri mantra. Ravanasur said, "You are a rascal. Eh? I don't like to teach you secret meaning of Gayatri mantra." अरे ऐसा कैसा? You say, you know who I am? Ravanasur, you know, Ravana Brahma. He used to call himself Ravana Brahma. त्रिलोकाधिपति ना भूतो ना भविष्यति, है ऐसा बोलता था रावण ब्रह्मा. uh, anyway, actually I got diverted, anyway I should I finish the story or that Svetadvipala थोड़ा divert हो गया मेरा mind. Anyway, I will finish the story. um, then Ravanasur asked, Narada Muni said, I cannot tell you. Then he said, my dear Devarshi, I am warning you. I am warning you, like that. Then he said, you do whatever you want to do. I will not tell you. I cannot explain. You are a rascal, demon. Then Ravanasur got a benediction from Parvati, Mother Durga Devi. Then she gave him a Chandrahas Kadga, which is Amogha, unconquerable. He took out the sword, Chandrahasa Kadga. Then he pushed in the stomach of Narada Muni. Jai Bhavani! Right? So Narada Muni was simply chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Asura was shocked. क्या है अमोघ कट गए बस दुर्गा देवी बोल रही थी. Again is जय भवानी. Again घुसाया था. नारद मुनि simply Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama again third time also. So she was shocked, you know. Hey Narad, how it is possible that one drop of blood is not coming, nothing is happening to you. What kind of body you got? Must be Divya Sharir. This is I want. This is what I wanted when I did tapasya. How did you get it? Please tell me the secret. This I can tell you. What? Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Chant this mantra. Ah! है, you know, बाप से बहिष्कार हुआ वो साधारण मानव का नाम लो मरो. Right, maro. Then Narad Muni cursed him. When a monkey comes and spits on you, after 10 days you will die because you insulted me like this. Anyway, that's another story I will not tell. Sugriva spat on him. Anyway, that's Svetadvipala many. So Digvijay Yatra, then he conquered all the demigods, all the lokas and all, everybody. So he went to Svetadvip. You know, Svetadvip is local Vaikuntha planet. Here, Janardhan, Lord Janardhan stays. Who is Lord Janardhan? One who is sitting in our heart, Paramatma. Right? Anirudh, not Janardhan, Anirudh. Uh, so, so there on the beach, the ocean, bank of the ocean, some very small girls are playing there. Right? Playing there. They were playing a ball. This Ravanasura, Ravanasura, another name is Dashagriva. He has 10 heads. Always arrogant. Always arrogant. Hey, लड़की इधर आओ. इधर कौन रहता है? Then that girl saw. ये कौन है? क्रीचर है? 10 हेड है. सहेली आ. फिर वो छोटे छोटे लड़कियां उसको बाल बना के फेंक रहे थे. The one girl used to catch Ravanasura and throw, and then another girl catch. Such a huge demon, तो बहुत ही इंसल्ट हो गया. फिर बाद में पूछे कौन है, कौन सा प्लेनेट है ये? Then विष्णु रहता है. Then what is then? He said. Then he has decided, if I have to be killed by anybody, I will kill by only by Vishnu. But somehow he secretly knew that Rama is Vishnu. That is why it's called Jiva Lakshana. Jiva Lakshana. Ravanasur, whatever it may be, is a servant of Ramakrishna. Right? Jai Vijay. The kind of stubbornness Ravanasur showed. Amazing. Anyway, he actually, that Malyavan, he comes, his grandfather or somebody comes and tells that, Sita ji is a Lakshmi Devi herself. Ram, Vishnu himself. Why are you playing with fire? Give her back. And Honasu said, you cut me into 10 pieces. Whatever it is, I will not give. I will not give back Sita. Because Jiva Lakshana is exhibiting that I don't want to be killed by anybody else except by my Lord. My Lord. That is why, that is so there are some places where you come to. Otherwise, most of the Ramayana is Ramchandra is Uttam Purusha because he had to act like that. But sometimes he became Purushottama. And this was fact known to by Tara. See, Vali and Sugriva, they were having fight. you know, when Ramchandra asked Vali, Sugriva, where all you will go, then Sugriva described the entire geography of entire Bharat, Prithvi. Bhagwan Ramchandra asked him, my dear Sugriv, my dear friend, how do you know all this entire geography? When Loknath Maharaj, he went with this Atmanatva Prabhu and all, they went to meet Prabhupada for on the Padayatra. Prabhupada, when they met Prabhupada in Vrindavan, Prabhupada was asking, while coming, did you go that place? Did you go that place? Did you go that place? Prabhupada, then they were all shocked. How Prabhupada knew all these places? Prabhupada traveled, distributing books, his books. He knew the entire geography. Once, Satyan Prabhu went to Kashmir, some village. There he saw one book of Prabhupada, Easy Journey to Other Planets. The devotee asked, how did you, the author himself came and gave the book. Like that, Prabhupada traveled, he knew like that. Then Sugriva answered, my dear Lord, when Vali used to chase me, I ran all over the earth. That's why I remember all the places. Then he settled there. What is that Parvat? Huh? Rishamukh Parvat. Because there, Vali cannot come. Anyway, so many things. Tara said, then Ramchandra said, go and call him. Hey, Vali, माँ का दूध पिया हो तब बाहर आओ. One person was saying, one person, he was challenging me. Actually, I was challenging one person. माँ का दूध पिया तो आओ. Unfortunately, वो माँ का दूध पिया था. पूरा. I don't know why they say everybody drinks माँ का दूध. हम थोड़ी बकरे का. Right? Anyway, then he he was very badly beaten, Sugriva, the first time. Then Sugriva said, my dear Mitrama, अच्छा रक्षा किया आपने. बहुत. Then Ramchandra said, what to do, you are so identical, both of you. I could not recognize. Do you think it's correct? How is it that he could not recognize? It's very easy to recognize, right? One who is getting beaten is Sugriva. Anyway, for that also there is a secret. Uh, then he then again he said, then she told Lakshmana. Anyway, I will tell the secret. When Rama and Lakshman, when they came to meet Sugriva, Sugriva was so ecstatic, became so enamored by the beauty of Ramchandra and his majesty. He offered him a seat, but he did not offer seat to Lakshman. It is a Bhagavat aparat. Because he's committed offense, Ramchandra allowed him to get beaten. Then how to get the aparat, to overcome the aparat? Then he has to offer pranam. Then he told Lakshmana, please put a garland so that I can recognize. When you put garland to somebody, you have to bow down your head, right? So then Sugriva bowed down the head, and then Lakshmana. Then that way is aparad. Small aparad, unknownly. Not that he was offensive to Lakshmana, but he was out of ecstasy he committed offense. Smaller, isliye. Oh, that is that time Tara tells. See, this guy, he has just now got beaten, but again he's coming back and challenging you. I heard that one very great personality is behind him. He is actually, I heard he's God, Paramatma, he's God. Nivasa Sthanam, for everybody, is shelter, he's the shelter of everybody. Like that. So don't go. You better go and make friendship with him. And something. Otherwise, I see some danger. That's where Tara recognized Ramchandra as God. Then Mandodari also, she recognizes Ram. Then she gives him advice. Anyway, I'll close by saying that दशरथ महाराज, वो उसका पत्नी ने कुछ बोला था, मान लिया था, वो मर गया, फिर भी ठीक है, स्वर्ग गया. And Sita ji, asked something from Ramchandra. Then Ramchandra listened to his wife. थोड़ा तकलीफ हुआ था, लेकिन बाद में मिल गया. Ravanasur, Mandodari told so many things. Ramchandra is God, right? सुना नहीं, इसलिए मरना पड़ा. अभी भी हर साल जलना पड़ता है, right? That's why they say better you listen to your wife, huh? Like that. So this is how Ramayana. So one who reads Ramayana regularly, they get the benefit of performing all yajnas. And when somebody reads Sundarakand Ramayana, all gradoshas will be wiped out. There is no need to do any upacharana. Just read Sundarakand Ramayana. All very powerful Ramayana, part of Ramayana, Sundarakand, like that. So um, it's a beautiful narration. Um, if you simply start reading, you cannot, don't like to put the book down. Then upar se, don't read Ramcharitmanas. Prabhupada did not approve. Then Valmiki Ramayana. So I'm very lucky. I'm born in Andhra Pradesh. In Telugu, there are so many Shiva Vaishnavas. They wrote very beautiful comments, the secrets behind each pastime of Ramchandra. So I read very extensively Ramayana. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any questions? Sleeping, yeah. Hmm. Actually, there is a thing, he did tapasya and all that. Brahmaji gave him benediction. But there is some yajna he has to perform. Once he performs that yajna, nobody can kill him on that day. That is why Vibhishan knows that secret. Lakshman, there is a huge fight going on. Then he told Lakshman, my dear brother, you cannot kill him if he has already performed that yajna. But somehow or other, you provoke him in such a way that he leaves yajna in between and comes to fight with you, then that time you can kill him. That was the benediction, secret of his death. Some people say that it's not in Ramayana, but it's very vogue that one who has not slept for 14 years, he can kill Lakshman. It could be. What is that yajna's name? I forgot. Nikumba? Huh? Yeah. Anybody other? Okay. Hare Krishna.
So much nectar you can take from this. Every week you get to hear from Prabhuji. This is just some sprinkles which you got right now. 21 sprinkles. So we are very thankful to Prabhuji for sharing this nectar. Let us express our gratitude by chanting Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai. Vaishnav in the day.
I brought this for reference. Some other way.